Hello to absolutely nobody again. Uh, right, so yesterday I had originally planned to try and set up an ice farm doohickey up yonder snowy mountains, but failed miserably because I am quite particular about the idea of lining everything that's important with some kind of coloured concrete wool, something like that. Um, because I and the others have a tendency to dig into random stone and discover we've broken something. So mostly it's for redstone and stuff like that, but things like ice, it'll just be such a pain to have to go back up there again and do it. Now I was going to do it with green concrete, but had like no cactus, and they weren't grown. So I've pulled them out and set up a pretty standard cactus farm here. So when it grows up, the top bit gets knocked off by the gate and falls sometimes onto the cactus, but hopefully often into the water stream, into the hoppers, into the chest, and I pulled some out, but I managed to get quite a bit, about 50, which was not too bad. However, while I was waiting on them growing, I did get bored and wander over here to the wee sheep, where, as you might have seen in my inventory there, I have managed to dye them an assortment of colours. Everything except brown, because still haven't found cocoa beans, which means that's just what I've grabbed here while I was waiting. We do have quite a lot of wool in various colours, so I'm going to just use them. It's mostly just as lining where the dirt would be and stuff like that, but let's pop these all in where they go. These are for the coloured wools, and what I might do is use some of the blue as the base, and I think I need exactly 49 for the base. So let's get this exactly right. Yay! Don't need you. And then for the walls of it, we'll just go with the white, because that'll match with the snow. And about 24 and 5, so 29 would be enough, but we're also going to want some carpets, which will probably be a bit. So what we'll do is we'll just take some extra with us just because. And they technically could be anything. Like most of the time that you see them, they're done in stone and dirt. This is literally just because I'm finicky. We are also going to potentially build a wee shack up there just so that we can AFK and have a nice wee bed and stuff to hide from phantoms. So this is just mostly for a temporary base at the moment. There'll also be a good idea to have a bed there and stuff like that. And we'll want some water. Now, it'd be better if we did have some ice here. I do have 4 packed ice that I bought at a very bad price from the trader a long while ago, but I'm kind of wanting to keep that just on principle because it was quite expensive. So we're just going to take some water and hopefully spread out the sources as much as we can. This will do, and then this is just our wee map because, as I mentioned before, I am horrifically directionally challenged and I will get lost. So I think that's pretty much everything we have. If we get stuck, well, that'll be a problem, but we'll live. I've managed to just time sleeping before the stream started, so hopefully we won't get caught out before we get to where we want to go. Although with this being quite foresty, I have a dark forest, even better. So there is quite a chance of random eggs and chickens and mobs. Oh look, there's a cow. We could do with you. I'll have to come back to you later. There's more of you. Oh, I've been over there struggling for cows, and you've just been hanging around here. Right, now see, we want to get it up there, and I probably should have thought to bring the scaffolding with me. That would have been a plan. But let's see. Let's see if there's an easy way up. We're probably just going to have to dig up. Although that looks not too bad. So, let's mosey on over here. Ba-ba-ba. Ooh, that's ominous. Sticky there. Right, so bunny hop time. And then we hope not too full. See, I'd kind of like it on that ledge bit over there. That's kind of pretty, but it's getting a bit far away then. The whole point was there is an actual iceberg frozen sea area way in the distance. Let's not go down there either. In fact, let's break that off so that they can't jump up. I don't want anyone coming out of there at me. Let's mark you too. Probably should have brought more torches with me. That might have been a plan. Don't think this direction's going to work. This is part of the problem with these kind of tall mountains, is finding a way up. We might actually have to make some form of railway. I need you for a while. I don't know why I brought you. Or something to get back. What we'll do is we'll pillar up a bit with what we have. Same again. And now we're getting to the snowy areas. So that's going to be hellish to get back down from. But, well. Right, so now we're up here. Wow, that is high. Look, there's home. Oh, I'm not so good with heights. This was probably a bad plan in that respect. So, nice little floating island up there. That might be pushing it. Now, from what I hear, the fact that this is all snowy is what makes it good for this kind of endeavour. Don't want to get too far away. See, that nice flat bit over there looks absolutely lovely. We might see if we can get down here without dying horribly. Hi, chicken. And another ominous cave. Well, it's the one thing with the mountains. There are caves everywhere. Caves and ravines and everything. It's... see, this is the one I liked. Well, technically that was. A nice big waterfall. So that could actually be useful for getting up. If it went more than halfway. Oh, okay. That's a bit tall for me. So let's see up here now, because this is an overhang. I don't think it's very deep, so it's not as good. But it might be feasible to build some kind of ladder or railway to bring it up here. So let's get a snowball for the first time ever. And what I'm going to want to do is make myself a nice wee bed. Probably just going to light up this area here. And let's get the crafting table down, because I think the sun is going to set very soon. I need to make planks first. That's probably dangerous. Let's not do that. Let's put you... yeah. Right, so this is what we're going to do. I probably should have brought some more dirt with me to level it out, but what I'd like to do is make, I'll probably make the building area over there just to make it nice, and what we'll do is we'll flatten you out. And that way we can extend things. Because I would like to keep an edge on there. Okay, so what we want is to set down our underside first. So we could probably extend it out a bit further, but let's see, we wanted it 7 by 7. So let's start there. This is for the underside. Okay, so that's going to be long enough. And we're going to need to extend you out a bit more. So let's get that dirt out. Now, we will want to layer this a bit more just in case of creepers. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's just one layer. What we'll do is we'll do another line across just to, as I say, give it a bit more space around it. And we'll want to eventually come in and double layer this for safety. Probably put some stone underneath it. And we'll also want to extend it out a bit further. Holding shift very carefully. Ooh. But first of all, we'll see if it works. That would be impressive. 5, 6, 7. Well, that'll do. Alright, now, so this, once we fill it in, is going to be the bottom of the area. Perfect. And what we'll do then is make a wall around it. Because obviously if we're going to fill it with water, it needs to have a wall around it. I'm not 100% sure I brought enough wool. Then, this way as well, we can put some light down here without it causing problems for in here. It'll also kind of show us snowy from far away, which means it won't ruin the landscape too much. Now we need to get some carpets. We need to have 29 carpets, and we currently have 8. Perfect. And yep, as I was saying, that'll just stop mobs spawning. It looks the same as snow as well, which is nice. Just keeps it blended in a bit. But because light affects ice growth, we don't want to have to light up the area too much. And this way it's all gravy. Now we have the fun bit. Because obviously I didn't bring enough water to make sources in every single one of these. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to cut this in half and then quarters. And now we shall there we go. I think that's all water sources now. Yep. How's our sun doing? Oh, yep, it's already turning to ice. That's less good, because you're ruining my infinite water. That's good to know it works. Why are you not working? Okay, you don't have silk touch on you, do you? Because we want to break. There we go. Okay, is everyone there? Source. Good. So let's start with you. Boom. Source. Now what we will want to do is actually add a layer on here. Stay up for a bit. Because we actually want to not have that original diagonal turn into ice. So if we shield it like that, because that way they will stay source blocks. Because otherwise, as you saw there, when we break the ice, if they'd all turn to ice, we would wind up in a horrible situation where there was no source block left. So the new source blocks created just became sources in that area only. Slippy. Should probably put another water in that. There we go. So that's technically job done. Oh, we'll want to carpet those as well. Yeah, so the slippiness won't stop there because of the extra carpet. So that's good. It won't send you skating off the mountain. Right. we have a bit of time left. But that's good. That can start running away. Now, the two things we have left to do is to set up a base up here so that you can sleep in AFK and let these things turn to ice. Because obviously you can set up automated farms and complete craziness, especially if you look up, there was who was it? There was someone who'd done like this mental ice farm that took about 20 minutes for you to go around and got thousands and thousands because it actually spanned multiple chunks. That kind of craziness, not really necessary on a server of our size. This little manual one, it was Pixel Riffs that I actually saw this on, because I discovered a little iceberg biome, but it was so far away. And the plan was we were going to have to set up a nether portal and then link that one up to the main one, and it was going to be a lot of effort, for the sake of we don't really need ice yet. The problem then being, once you need ice, you tend to need bajillions of it. So yeah, at least this way we can come up here, we can AFK. I'll maybe set that little thingy up there and we can have a little AFK hut. I'll probably put the AFK fish farm in there just so that while you're AFKing you can AFK for multiple things. And then the other thing we need to do is find a way back down there without too much hassle, because yeah, that chicken is not going anywhere. That's yeah, that's a long way down, and it's not, a lot of it is sheer. There's little drops like that, so you could technically jump down if you're very, very careful / lucky, but yeah, it's not great. And then you have to run through that dark forest that is usually crawling with everything bad. So I don't know, maybe a nice little minecart system. I know the whole idea of those railway systems or roller coasters has kind of gone out of fashion, but I don't know, kind of fun. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my Silk Touch pick with me just now, so this is not gonna do much of anything. But I kind of wanted to see if it was definitely still water under there. Can I see? Just wanted to make sure that worked. Seems to have. Actually, we could just break it, couldn't we? Yes, so it is staying source blocks under this diagonal, which means that when the ice spreads in like that, oh dear, I'll definitely want to extend that platform because that is scary. It means that when you do get the ice fully covering it, it'll still have that bit in the middle, and when you break any of the ice, the source in there will fall in. Because it's only flowing into one block, it should in theory make that a source block too. We'll see. I might let it fill up just now completely and then just double test that theory. But have we carpeted everyone? Carpeted all you. I haven't carpeted you for some reason. I was wondering, I thought I had exactly the right number of carpets. There we go. But yeah, see, so the idea with the wool now, I think that actually works better than the concrete. Because I thought the concrete powder would look nice, because the concrete powder technically would blend in with the snow better than the wool. But concrete powder in a water feature, yeah. Even I'm not that dumb. So, let's see what else we can do up here now that we've got that ice running. And as I say, that's more just a base there, so we might need to bring the ground up that high. I should probably have taken some dirt with me, but let's see if we can steal some from the surrounding areas. Anyway, because as I say, we need to extend this out a bit more just for safety. I want to flatten off an area here to make a sort of AFK hut. And why am I using my hand? I have a shovel. I don't have much of a shovel, but hey, snowballs. And now I have no shovel. Oh well. start with this side if we can. Just bringing you out a bit more. I might leave you here, or I might extend you out a bit further out. Oh, it is really hard to see where the edge is there. I don't like that. I might. Well, I have a bit more wool, so I could technically make a wall around the area up here, like a safety wall. That won't be visible from a distance, so it won't spoil the scenery, but it will be quite obvious when you're there that that's edge. Yeah, I think that might be a plan. I don't really care about it being dirt underneath. We might come back and just slaminate it or something. So how big do we want this to be? I don't like being on the snow. I know it's technically not as slippy as ice, but it feels like it should be. And doing this with massive fear of heights is probably about the worst plan you could have. But what I might do is once this is kind of formed properly, I'll double layer it so it comes up past that blue mark, and then carpet everything with the white carpet. That I think that would help just to cut down on spawnable zones without increasing the lice level too much, so it doesn't affect the ice. I think that sounds like a plan. You're so far away. I know I can't fall when I'm crouched, but I keep waiting for that skeleton to pop up. Not a particular skeleton, just the skeleton of bad luck. Whew. Oh dear, this is where I find out I'm hitting control instead of shift, isn't it? Precarious. Oh, and I'm out of dirt. Right, I can uncrouch you. That's silly. So I'm gonna terraform this little bit of mountain. And hope there's no random caves underneath. Get closer. And let's keep going with this bit. I think one more layer and that's enough of a platform then, because we don't really need a big one. It's literally just a little base to live out of. While waiting on ice. Oh god. Oh, death and destruction. Right. Let's... Come on. Nearly there. Let's see. That... I wanted to bring that out too as well, didn't I? Need to keep an eye on that sun because this area is not lit up, not spawn proof, and way away from any kind of safety. Chicken. If I get pushed off this by a chicken, I will not be pleased. Oh, come on. Oh. Right. I think it's a bit early. Let's just get this last brick in. And then I'm going to stick you there. Just to make me feel a little more secure. Hey! It's not technically night yet. Why are you letting me sleep? It's quite finicky about when it decides to let you sleep or not. Oh, I don't like that whatsoever. Yeah, this isn't staying here. But for now, if we bring up this platform a bit more, then we can get things rolling in terms of building a little hut. That's I'll probably do it about the same dimensions, the 7x7, just for a bit of uniformity. Obviously, if we need to extend anything out further, like as I was saying, I can stick the AFK fish farm up here as well. And if we want to add any other stuff that needs to be AFK'd for, we can kind of build down or across or anything like that. People can deal with platforms themselves because, to be honest, my my nervy level is pretty much reached critical mass at the moment. But yeah, definitely it's mountains. It does count as mountains. But I mean, seriously, this area is quite biome central because we have ocean, we have deep ocean, we have beach, we have, I think that originally counted as forest, and then dark forest, and oh god knows, mushroom. We have mountains here. I suppose it must be mountains because Pitt found emeralds in one of the mining sessions the other day, which was impressive and jealousy inducing. Okay, fine. You're gone. You will be remembered. Probably should have brought dirt. I wasn't really planning on terraforming around here. I didn't realise how buckety it would be. Probably should have either scoped out the area first or just brought everything. But I am not great with the forethought, hence why I was going to do this yesterday but didn't have the right materials then and was waiting on stuff to grow before changing my mind on the materials. So let's see if we can get a decent swatch of dirt. Without falling off the edge. Oh dear me. I like that little island. I will never be able to get to it, but you know. Oh dear, that's a lot. What is with that very perfectly flat area? That's a little disturbing. More of it over there. I feel like that's indicative of something, but I don't know what. I do like the lava fountain though, or the lava waterfall. That was a bit more ballsy than I meant it to be. Why am I so correct? There is no danger of falling on flat ground. So probably where that crafting table is can be a little wall of... That's probably going to be more wool, being honest. It fits the theme. So... But I want to get this house done first. That might be the plan. Mob proofing and house building are two things that are equally important. But you can't do just one. And usually come one at a time. How are we doing? Nearly a stack. Right, let's see how this goes. I was actually expecting it to take me longer to set up the little ice pool, so that's why I didn't bring all the other stuff, because I wasn't expecting to get to this part until much later. Ba-ba-da. Of course. You can kind of stay here. I like the little jutty uppy bit of the mountain if someone else wants to ruin it. That's their call. So I'm not going to have enough for doing all of this, but what I'm going to do is wall off the giant drop. It's the worst of it, and we'll make a few carpets. We'll need a fair few anyway. Oh well, we need to go there anyway. Yeah, see, so that ice is going quite well. Kind of wish I'd brought my silk touch pickaxe with me, but I was worried I would just cascade down the mountain without actually getting anywhere. Right, let us see what else we can do. Ah yes, we're actually going to do a bit more here. That was going to be the front edge. Some of this will probably need to come off to allow for our transport system, but that I'm gonna move you soon. Should be enough, so let's turn all the rest into carpet, and that can right, well, they're kind of randomly spaced. Right, so we want to make a little space, which does need carpet in it, so we're probably gonna pick these up to make sure that at least the inside is safe first. Doesn't leave us a lot, but yeah. Although I suppose we could slab it. We could slab inside. So let's try out. Not gonna need you anymore. Now we'll probably make it relatively large here and there. Then we'll want to slab inside. Not following a particular pattern for this. As I say, this is mostly just a somewhere to be. I think this will be more a sleeping area. We can put an AFK fish farm further over once we've got a bit more time to work with. But let's pull you in so I stop freaking out. You, and you are going to go down. So we shall have a bed. Of course! Let's put a chest in this corner. Which you can't do because slabs, I forgot that. And then I'll sort them out. Right, what we can do is these around. Crafting table can actually go down. And same with the chest. They probably as well go together. Because they can be kind of buried into the floor a little bit. We will then want to put the bed somewhere, say here. It works enough. Can we carpet that? Yeah, so we'll carpet it for now. We can always come back and do more later with that. That at least just gives you a place to spawn without falling off the edge, and some non-spawnable areas around the edges. So now we'll throw some planks up. Now we'll use this as a base for how tall it has to be. Because if we're going to do it yay tall, then we're going to need 1, 2. Technically, I think that's tall enough. We could do a ceiling beam across the way. Let's just double check that that's tall enough. And I should have brought the scaffolding with me as well, shouldn't I? Actually, no, I kind of like the knot of the wood coming out. So let's do that. And I'll probably want to do that as well on the other side. Oh, much as it pains me. Oh, there we go. Right. So if I'm standing here and this is all coming across, because that's going to need to come across this way. Then we'll just do this and slab on top. So, yep, that is tall enough. It's cozy, but as I say, this is literally just a spot to AFK in safely. Probably want some glass panes there later on, so I'll just leave you. Our Talbot. At the moment, we will just fill it all in. And we are going to, what I'll do is I'll do the wood first. Just trying to trick to get it. Ha! Done without me having to climb. Huzzah! Right, so that's all the logs we need, so let's turn all the rest into planks. Weird little lag session there. I think that's probably where we're going to want the window. Out over the village. Yeah, I think that works. But for the moment, it's getting shut up. Can I sleep yet? No. And the door will be here. Probably another window out there so you can see how the ice is getting on. And we'll do some more pretty lighting, like lanterns and stuff later on. But for the moment, this will do. Oh. Maybe it won't. Right, let's see about that. I mean, it's fine. I suppose what we could do is take the slabs out, bring it down one, rather than going to the pain of doing it up there. Although I do want to get up there and do more slabs anyway, so let's go up. So plan now is to replace these with bottom slabs. That should be enough space, shouldn't it? Because an extra half block. Boom. Oh, well then. That should be it. And do I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can't count. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 4 is 9, 10, 11. 11 slabs, 11 carpet. Oh, we're going to need a lot of carpet, but we'll leave all these slabs here because that's where you live now. For when we want to finish this up. It is not pretty. Let's see if we can just stick a wee door on. Yeah. Cool. And we'll want a little bit of stairs. you've just done that because these temporary ones are here, haven't you? I like the little corner thing. It is hard to make it do it when you want to. There we go. So that makes a nice little bit. That'll be flattened out once we've got the slabs. Once we've got enough carpet to cover it. You're probably not the best positioned. Let's stick you up here. Just to keep you out of the way. No, so this makes a nice little mountain refuge. Kind of half built, but it's functional at least. And here we have our ice farm with no silk touch pickaxe with us. But if we break this, it forms. Well, of course, it will form back into sources. But we can see that the middle one is staying source. Now, so we're going to need a lot more wool, which we have. But it's a case of bringing it up here. And yeah, then it's going to be a getting up and down issue. So halfway through the day, oh, probably should have finished that around there. But I'll need to come back anyway to do the rest of it. Probably will be worthwhile leaving for any future visitors a bucket, just in case you need to mess about with the source. And some blanks just in case. But realistically what we need now is dirt and wool. Dirt and wool. That's what we should be bringing up here. And a way to get down, that will be a thing. So let's try and work out what the best route would be, because the way I came up was a bit of a pain, and I kind of had to build it back up behind me. I'm thinking maybe that. That looks a little bit less precarious. Which would mean us having to build a little pathway along there. And then once we get over to this end, down here. Yeah, I think this is going to be our way. What I might do is, since I have these stairs here, I shall leave them there, just as a visual indicator that this is the route we're taking. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. And yeah, I'm thinking some kind of minecart. So how does that look? Is that? Yeah, you can kind of see the building. Might be worth replacing that with wool as well, but then we're getting kind of glaringly white. It's a little bit much. Yeah. So we're not too bad here. So even if we made a little rail system coming in this way, possibly bridged it over here just to make life pleasant, then we're not too far from home. So yes, ooh, clay, but I don't have my shovel now because I broke it. Oh well. So yeah, I think maybe from over there up the mountain. God, you can't even see it, can you? Yeah, you can see the building. Might have to jazz that up a bit just for prettiness, but the wool blends in really well from this distance. I'll have to check with the lads to see how it works with the various prettification softwares that they use, just to make sure I haven't naffed the scenery up for anyone. But even just that lump of wood doesn't seem too bad. But the wool, yeah, definitely fits in quite well. I'm kind of glad I went with that. I was planning on using the green concrete, just because I thought that'll blend in with the grass, it'll be fine. Brown would have been better, but we don't have cocoa beans. We have not found any yet. But yeah, actually worked out quite well. The white and the blue works much better. So what I shall do now is I shall put you away. Here, put the odds and ends, and I'll sort the rest of it out later. I can't be bothered at the moment. That kind of worked for me. Oh yeah, this was just after I finished yesterday. Dudeface Wandering Trader came along with a jungle sapling. We'd never had jungle wood apart from what we scavenged off shipwrecks before, so I planted it. It was fabulous. Planted the 2x2 option. It was way up there. I had to get scaffolding out to get the last little bit of a branch that spawned out of range. And yeah, with my fear of heights, I think I was actually up higher in that tree than I was up that mountain. It was not good. And I did the same with a spruce, because we had some spruce saplings around, just never bothered. And then made podzol. I didn't know if you did a 2x2 with spruce, it turned the ground into podzol. So I stuck mushrooms out, and they're growing incredibly slowly. But they're growing. I don't really want to bone meal them and turn them into those big giant ones with the flat tops that things spawn on. That one over there has had so many pillagers, just lone pillagers spawn on top and shoot at me from it. But this is good timing because the sun's about to set and it means I can go in and sleep here so I don't spawn up a mountain the next time I happen to die. So that's kind of good. So I'll nom some salmon and just say goodbye.